Hello, scholars. How are you doing? Can you hear me, guys? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, how are you guys? Um, Today we'll start from where we stopped last week. And before we do that, I want to take you to the school, course shell, so you can see um the assignment that are due and what you need to do this week, etc. So let me maximize this so you can see it. All right, let's see if this works. Now, this is an announcement I made about week 4. We're now in week 4. So we continue with chapter 2. And for the assignments, we have the classwork 3 and homework 2. But homework 2 is due next week, not this week. Because I want us to finish chapter uh, 2, which we finished today. And then we can then start the homework. If you want to start early, you can start early. If you read fast, uh, if you have covered it, we are all college students. So sometimes college students read faster, cover more topic that are designated for that week. Anyway, I think you get the point. And of course, you can access your homework from assignments from models and scroll down to the model 2, which covers week 3 and week 4. And this is the classwork 3 right here. I put the instruction and the video there for you so you can see what you need to do on that place and then upload. Having said all this, I think we can start. So today we're looking at histogram, frequency polygon, and Ogive. You have been seeing histogram in magazines, in billboards, in online. All these charts, I'm sure you are familiar with those. Our focus is to show you how they are constructed. That's what I focus for today, plus other charts. So histogram simply means a bar graph that have no spaces between the columns. So in a histogram, the height of the bars represent corresponding frequency values. Frequency polygon serve the same purpose as a histogram, except that frequency polygon is a line graph. Yeah. So unlike histogram, which is a bar graph, Ogive performs similar function too, but Ogive is also a line graph, but it's a cumulative, we call it the cumulative frequency graph. Instead of plotting the class interval versus the frequency, you plot the class interval versus the cumulative frequency. Uh, but for frequency polygon, you're plotting the midpoint against the frequency. Histogram, the midpoint, sorry, the class interval that you draw, for the frequency, you draw a bar graph. So let's start from here. Um, Look at this question here. It says the following data set lists the prices in dollars of 30 portable GPS navigators. The question says construct a histogram using the data set. In those days we used to do it with pen and pencil. But now technology is everywhere. You're home, in the library, in the classroom. And in real life, you're using technology to plot this. When I say technology, I'm talking about Excel. I mean Excel, not Chat GPT. So, because you have to prove your work. Anyway, so the first thing you do is to put these numbers into Excel. That's the data entry part. So I've already put them in Excel. Let me show you what it is. GPS price portable here. So now we can now construct the histogram. Okay. So for the histogram, we have the GPA prices. Then last week I showed you how to get class width, class interval, and other things. In this case, you can look at when you look at this diagram, you can see that the smallest number there is 59, and the largest is I think it's 450, I believe. Yeah, 450. So it goes from 59 to 450. So you can decide to use a bigger class width. And we are doing it with Excel, we call it the beans, which as is another name for class width. Call it the beans. Bean. So you can go since it goes from 50 to 59 to 450. You use a bigger bean. You can use 50. You can start from 50, okay, to 100, 150, 200. Like if you're using a class width of 50, 250, 300, 350, okay, 400, and then 450 to 500. So the largest number there is 450. Yeah, 450. Oh, that means we don't need 500 then, since 450 is the largest. So we just stop at 450 then. Okay. Now you're ready to construct the histogram. I'll make sure you're seeing that. Okay, good. So what you do now is to click on data. Click on data analysis. Then choose histogram. When this dialog box pops out, choose histogram right here. You can see right here. Click OK. For the input range, you have gas prices, GPS prices. So you can just highlight all of them. Okay. Highlight all of them. Normally either use your mouse to highlight all of them, or you can use Control Shift, then the downward arrow key. Okay. Then we've done that. Next is the output range. See that you call the bin range. Bin range, that is the bin itself. Go here and then click on this and highlight all of them. Okay. Oops, excuse me, sorry. Let me do it again. So I click on the bin. Okay. I go here. So just click on this and then click on bin, Control Shift arrow key. I mean, this thing is not working for me, so I'm gonna just use regular old school using a cursor to highlight. Using right, highlight on here to this point. Okay. Then check labels. Why did I check labels? Because when I was highlighting it, I also highlighted gas prices and bin, which are labels, basically. For the output range where you want the answer to be placed. So I click here, and I want it to be placed here. Then click on chart output. And then after that, once you have to show that everything is good, you click OK. So you give you a table and a histogram itself. But unfortunately, this type of histogram is not organized properly. So you have to do the organization by yourself. How do you do that? First of all, remove this thing. It doesn't serve any purpose there, so remove it. Histogram should be together. The bars should be together. So I'm going to change this to, I want you to be watching here. So I'm changing it to be reflected in this chart. Make this 0 to 50. I can see right there. Then you got 51 to 100. Can see right here. Okay. 101 to 150. Okay. 151 to 200. 201 to 250. 251 to 300. Okay, we got 301 to 400 to 350. Okay, we got 351 to 400. 401 to 500. No, excuse me. 401 to 500. So we don't have any value for this section that's more. So we just remove it, delete that section completely. It's gone. And there's something here. Delete that section. It's gone. So you can see the histogram. Now, one more thing we need, actually two more things we need to do to the histogram to make it, yeah. Next thing is to make the bars to be together. Click on one of the bars. Okay. Right click on it. Choose format data series. Then close the gap. Normally, as I close it, I want you to be watching it. So let me move it to this side so you can see that. Okay, let me see. I move it to that side. Okay. Let me start again. Click on then right click. Oh, okay, we're there already. I click and choose format data series, and then can now start closing it. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Give me 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Okay. Just give me 1 minute, sir. Like 1 minute. Okay. All right. So you have a closing it, and you got stuff from here. I want to be watching it as I'm closing it. So I usually leave it at 3%. You can see the gap width right here from the gap width. 3%, it will be, you see the lines of demarcations there. Yep, you can see the histogram right here. So now it is closed, gap is closed. So I'm going to remove this. That's your histogram right there. And of course, this is for portable GPS prices. So you can add labels. Double click here, GPS prices as prices. And you can even reduce the font. To click on it 3 times, home, and make it font size 14, which is good enough. I can change this to class interval, price range, or I can call it price range. Okay. And this is frequency. Now with this, you have your histogram. You can just click on the edge, do Control-C, and then paste it in Word if you want. Or if I require you to submit it as an Excel file, then you leave it here. Then you go to your file where we have our question in the file in the Word document. I can now Control-V, will paste it right there. Can just expand it. Okay. Okay. See? Can I not make it too big, too wide like that? So that's the histogram. I can see that this one is more, look like this one that has a 151 to 200 has a frequency of I think it's 7. So it looks like it's more popular than the rest of them. This one is less popular because it's $401, and they see the frequency is less than 2. So that's how we do it. Any questions on this? Any question on how to do this, guys? Any query before we do the next of them? Since there's no question, I think we can proceed to the next example, which is the next example is how to construct the frequency polygon. It says construct a histogram of the data set. Now, but let us interpret it. Yes, very important, interpretation. So according to this histogram, according to the histogram, the GPS price range, the GPS with price range of, you can see it from the diagram here, $151 to $200. $151 to $200 are more popular than the rest of them. Because you can see that price range, and you can see that it is that's the one that most people bought, according to what you have here. Most people bought that one, and is most popular. I want you to look at it, see how I wrote the interpretation here. I can make it highlight it for you. Because usually when in statistics, might require you to interpret interpreting your answer might be part of the grade distribution in this class. Any question, please? Any question for this one? Okay. Since there's no question, we can continue to the next one. They give me just a minute. Maybe it's an emergency. All right. Let's go to the next one then, since there's no question. Next question was this one here. They require 3/10. Make it large. They say the salaries of 31 NFL employees for a specific season are given on the table below. Okay, so construct a histogram, a frequency polygon, an ogive, and explain your result. Okay, explain your results. So this time they gave us a table. They gave us a table to use. So that means they have already have the information, the frequency, everything done for us. You can see it on the screen. Have everything done for us. Okay. So in that case, we have the best thing to do is just to put the information on this table in Excel, and it's easy to do that. Then once you put it there, we can be able to do the work. So I'm going to copy this. You say that the salary of NFL employees, okay? So I'm just going to copy this and then go to Excel. If you have a question, if you have a question, ask me. I don't go to chat room when I'm teaching, okay? If you have a question, ask me right here. I'm here. That's why I'm here today. So you can just make adjustments for this. Just this. Okay. Okay, good. This is the salary in millions. Salary. Salary in millions. Millions of dollars. This NFL employee, they make a lot of money. Then this is the frequency. I think that's what they have there. Let me see if I can adjust this a little bit so that we can let me adjust this a little bit. Yep, I'm able to do it. Adjust this a little bit. This is too big. Adjust this. Adjust this. Yeah, adjust this one as well. And then of course okay, adjust this one too. Okay, This is a salary and frequency. Salary and frequency. So, and they want us to control the histogram, frequency, polygon, and ogive. So for the histogram, you just highlight this. Then we're not going to use that method like we use when we are giving just raw data that is not organized in table form. This one, they have it on table form. So you're going to follow this process. Insert, use the recommended chart. I always say, if it doesn't give it to once I click on the recommended chart, it gives me the histogram right away. This is right here. It's right here. So I click OK. It gives us the histogram right away. So unlike the other one that it was not organized, that is not that is a raw data that is not in the table form. This one is put on the table form already in classes already. So now that's why it was easier to get the chart right away. Now you can just click on this plus sign to add the spaces for chart. Chart title is already there, but for axis titles, so I'm going to click on this and then put the axis titles. This is their salaries. Salary in millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Okay. And this is the number of employees that receive that salary. You can put number of employees of NFL employees. Okay. And you can also call it frequency as well. And call it frequency as well. Now, the chart title is of course, is the direct. Click 3 times. If that, yep, it worked. The salaries of NFL employees. Okay. Now, next is to close this gap. So you click on it, right click on this, choose a format data series, then start closing the gap. And normally, like I said, normally I leave it at 3%. You can see that the gap are being closed. See? So once you close this, you can now copy, you can leave it here and submit the Excel the spreadsheet, which I prefer, unless I ask you to do otherwise. So that's right here. You can see that this salary, and most of them actually, a greater number of them were paid 51.9 million to 54.8 million in that season. So I can just copy this, click on the edge, Control C, and then paste it in Word document where the question was asked. Okay. Which is right here. Right. You can expand it, make it so it will be more visible. So you can see that according to what I wrote here, that I think which mirrors what I just said. The NFL employees who were paid 51.9 million to 54.8 million were 12 in number. So most of not most of them, but more of them, those that received that amount are bigger compared to other amount paid to NFL employees. Now, so we answered part A is gone. Let's look at part B. Part B say frequency polygon. So for that, we need a midpoint to get that in the midpoint. So what we do is to we already have this table in Excel, so we gotta make a slight adjustment to it to get the midpoint, and then use plot the midpoint against the frequency. So we have it here. So I'm gonna copy it from here again and move down and paste it down here. So we have enough room. So what this means that we need a midpoint. It means that we need a new table. We have salary. So because we can't get the midpoint this way it is, we cannot calculate it the way it is. It is the numbers are entered on this side. So you get a midpoint for midpoint, you need the lower interval and upper interval because you got to add them together and divide by 2 to get the midpoint. So I'm going to put lower interval, upper interval for the salary. Then you can now put our next thing you want to put is the midpoint. I can put it right here, midpoint. Okay. Then frequency. Okay, for the upper lower interval, we have first one 39.9, 42.9. Okay. 39.9, 42.9. Okay. Next one is 45.9, 45.9, and 48.9. Next one is 51.9 and 54.9. Oh, excuse me. 54.9. So in upper interval, for upper interval, we have 42.8. We got 45.8. And we got 48.8. We got 51.8. And we got 54.8. And we got 57.8. Yep. So we need the midpoint. Let's get the midpoint now. If you remember the midpoint formula, I'm gonna write it here so that to refresh your memory. Midpoint formula. Write it here. So I'm gonna input it right there. Midpoint formula. For the midpoint equals lower interval, lower plus upper interval divided by 2. I'll give you the midpoint. Okay? Lower plus upper divided by 2. So that means here, remember I told you when you want to do any calculation in Excel, put equal sign first. Put equal sign to that will make the cell ready for work. So put parentheses. I got lower, click on it, plus upper, close the parentheses. Make sure you close the parentheses. For put divided by. In Excel, the forward slash is the key we use for division. Divided by 2. So now press the enter key, give you the midpoint. And then you can just double click if you calculate the rest of them. Now, because you're using the midpoint to plot this graph, make it 2 decimal places so that it won't cause you any trouble to plot in Excel. So decrease the 2 decimal place. Okay. Yep, that's better. So to 1 decimal place, I mean to say. Now, next thing is frequency. Is that one is given 225. Then 512. Okay, 225, 512. There's 5 again. So those are given. Okay. So with this, you can now plot the frequency polygon. It's a line graph. So highlight this, insert. Okay. Choose the graph, in the graph. Okay. Let's say we try this one. It gives us 2 graphs. So this doesn't give us what I want. So I can just give only 1 graph. It's not two. It's not a 2. It's just this and that graph. So let's insert. Use the recommended graph. This one here. Okay, it doesn't give us that. Okay, fine. So you just try the one that will give you what you want. Okay, let's see. And you can use this one here. Sorry, my mistake. You can use the okay, you can use this one here. I'll give us what you have here. So you give us the histogram. Okay, I mean sorry, the frequency polygon. So maybe there's something that we made here. Give me 1 minute. Let me fix this. Because we don't need we don't need this part of it. Okay. So I'm gonna it started from give me 1 minute. Okay. So frequency polygon. Yeah. Okay. I think the better way to do it, we might use the bin method. Okay. All right. Let's see. That will help. That will be better for us. Let's try the bin method. So I'm gonna insert. Click on here. Just click on this one here. The first line graph there. That'll can give us an empty this thing. Okay. Empty graph. So right click on it. Right click on it and choose select data right here. Okay. Let's add the data. First one, the legend, we say legend name is the midpoint right here. So, but we're gonna call it the salary, NFL employee salary. Okay. Actually, let's use the frequency as that. Let's use frequency there and use that one for the vertical axis. Let's use frequency here. Let's use frequency. Okay. They can select the amount there. All right. I'm gonna select this number here. Okay. Now for the the next one, we're gonna do add the this is it edit. Give me 1 minute. For the horizontal axis, I'm gonna use this one here, the midpoint. Okay, and the frequency. So then click OK. See, it gives us the graph right away, right here. Now, we can now that's better than the one we had before. We can now excuse me. Let me make sure I got yep, that's better for you. You can see it. So we can now just click here. Click on this plus sign. Put the axis title. Okay, and then we are good to go. And so here is the salary of NFL employees. Okay. This is the salary in millions. So here normally just click 3 times. Okay. Salary in millions of dollars. Okay. This is the number of employees who got it. Number of employees, or you can call it frequency, number of employees. Okay. What employees? So you can see the frequency polygon. It's a line graph. You can see right here. Frequency polygon. I can call it I call it a frequency polygon. So can just adjust the font size, make it 12. Okay. Then I can just click here at the edge, Control C, copy it and paste it in the Word document we are using. If that's I'm doing it because I'm teaching teaching you how to do it. But in my assignments, it's better. I prefer for you to submit a self file. This is right here, and make it bigger. Okay. Now that's the frequency polygon, right? Unlike the histogram that is a bar graph, you can see this one is a line graph. Now, any questions so far in what I have done? Any question? Okay, no question. Good. Excellent. Excellent. So we have taken care of this. Next one is the Ogive. Look at Ogive. Ogive is the cumulative frequency graph. So, excuse me. In that case, we plot the interval against the cumulative frequency. That means that we need to get the cumulative frequency. So again, we have the data set already in the Excel. All you need to do is to copy it down. So I'm going to copy this one again, go all the way down, put it right there. And we can now get our cumulative frequency. So we have our frequency here. We need the cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency. Okay. All right. Okay. Good. Now, for cumulative frequency, the first cumulative frequency is the sum of the first frequency. So I'm going to put 2 right here. Then you add to the next number. So you're just going to put equal this plus the next number to give me, press the enter key to give me the cumulative. So once I do the first one, I can just copy it down to do the rest of them. This has a font size of 18. Let me listen to have a font size of 40, all of them font size of 16. Okay. Now it is this cumulative frequency that we're plotting against the class interval. So I'm just gonna see if I don't know if this will plot it the way I plotted the other one, but let's try. We got yeah, let's see. Let's try this one. So insert choose this to get the empty blank this I'm gonna make it seem to be a little bit, so a little bit small so we can be able to plot this. So click on it, right click. Let me see if this will work. If it doesn't work, we can just select it. So that cumulative frequency is the first one. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Yes. Yep. We're good. Call it the cumulative frequency. Call it you have to undo this. Excuse me. Let me close it. And okay. Series name will be cumulative frequency. Frequency. Okay. Then add the data set. Okay. Okay. Next is for the horizontal axis. I'm gonna use, I don't know if this will work, but let's try it. Yeah. Well, okay. Okay. Then click OK. See, you give us the graph right away. And then I can move it here so you can see it very, very clear. Let me move it on this side. Then click on this plus sign and put the axis titles. I'm gonna expand this. Okay. So they have yeah, 3 times salary in millions. of dollars. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Then this one is the cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency. See. Yep. Idea. Okay. Uh, salary of NFL employees of NFL employees. Okay. And they can just click on the edge, do Control C, and then go to this workbook, the Word documents, and do Control V to paste it right there for the Ogive. I don't call it Ogive. I call it the cumulative frequency graph, Ogive. So, so you can see we have the histogram and we have the this is histogram and this is the frequency polygon and this is the Ogive. Any question? Okay, no question. Excellent. Now, for other type of graphs, we need to do the other type of graphs. They include schema leaf plot, pie chart, bar chart, Pareto chart, time graph. The schema leaf plot, I did it's very simple. I did a video on that, and that is your classwork. I want to go and watch the. Let me show you what it is. So what I want to do is to watch this video, follow the direction of that video, follow the step I explained here to do that same schema leaf plot that I did on the video. Do it on follow the step and do it on on paper. Then for that same step, use the same number, just everything I did in that video. Then write it down, write the question. First of all, write the question down, watch the video, follow it direction to complete that same work there, then upload it for me to grade it. So that because of that, that's why I'm going to leave the schema and leaf plot for you guys to do in the classwork as a classwork. Now let's look at pie chart. Then we look at pie chart, bar chart, Pareto chart, and time series graphs. Schema leaf plot, like I said, this is what I want to do on the video. It's just like the histogram, but unlike the histogram, we are plotting the exact number, not graph. It's not a graph. So like once you watch the video, you see what I mean. It's very, very self-explanatory. Now for the let's look at the next graph, which is the pie chart. Look at the pie chart and Pareto chart. The pie chart is a circular graph, and it's based on the if you remember your trigonometry from the high school, even in middle school, a circle has total angle of a circle is 360 degrees. So pie chart is based on that. So it's a circular graph in which the size of each sector corresponds to the frequency or the count. Bar chart is like a histogram, but the only difference is that histogram the bars are together. Bar chart, the bars are separate. We normally use bar chart for categorical data. Yeah. So as a matter of fact, the histogram is a special bar chart is main graph. Histogram is a special type of bar chart that plot frequencies instead of actual data values. Yeah. So now let's see the next one, Pareto chart. Pareto chart is just like a bar chart, except that in a Pareto chart, you have to arrange the data in order from the largest to the smallest. So, and then plot the graph, which is a bar graph. So Pareto chart is based on the Pareto principle, which uh, which says that 80% of all outcomes arise from 20% of causes. I'll give you an example. Let's say that you have a grocery store and you're still selling, groceries. Sometimes you might find that 80% of your sales, 80% comes from small, small items like people now buy, like soda can, soda, egg. It can be some of those things that give you most of the sales you're making. Things that people buy very quick. Cigarettes, soda can, most of the sales might coming from there compared to other items that might stay in the grocery store for a week. Nobody bought it. You bought them. So you know exactly what is moving. Uh, so Pareto principle tell you what is going on, what is actually bringing more revenue. I will give you an example. Uh, like I said, the chart help us to display the show the few amount of contributors to a measure of what contribute most. Another example I will tell you is this: the in America too, only about 2% of the population control the whole uh, money that flows. What I say that I mean, the few billionaires control most of have access to much huge access to cash than majority of. uh, So about 80%, about 98% are just people like me and you trying to survive. But the billionaires and millionaires control a significant share of the cash that flows in the economy. Anyway, I think that is for economists to do. But so now let us start constructing this chart. Let's start with the pie chart. It says here on the table, number of n degrees conferred in 2007 are shown on the table below. And it says, um, use a pie chart to organize this data. I'm going to close this um, Excel we're using. I'll open a new one so that we have enough room because I don't have enough room on this. So let me just close this one so I can open another one, have enough room. Yeah, close this one. So I'm going to open a new Excel document. It's right here and it's open now. I don't know if you can see, but let me make sure you can see it. Okay. Let me share it with you right here. So I can make it. So now for this one, right here. So for this one, we have, yeah, we have, first thing is, of course, is to put the data inside Excel. So I'm going to go there and copy the table. The good news is that it's already arranged in the table. Type of degree, excuse me, degree, and then number in thousands. So I go in Excel, I put it right there. So I put it right here. Type of degree, type of degree. I'll say I'll call it frequency. It doesn't matter. It's just number of people holding it. Frequency. So I'm going to just make some adjustments here. Okay, make some adjustments. Okay, I'm gonna go on here and then adjust this, and then also excuse me, adjust this one as well. Then make everything to be 16. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna adjust this one as well. 16. 16. Good. Got it. So you said use a pie chart to represent this data. What it says? It says here, use pie chart. Use pie chart to organize this data. So all you gotta do is to insert pie chart to it. Okay. Insert pie chart. When I insert, You know what? I'm going to insert. I'm just going to highlight them first. Then insert. This is the pie chart right here. Click on it. Choose this one, and you have more options. To push the one that have labeling on it. This one here. This is for doctor. Let me look at the question again. It says number of degrees, number of n degrees in 2027. Okay. So you can call it n degrees in 2007. And degrees, excuse me, in 2007. Then you can just click on the edge, Control C, and then go to workbook here, here, right here, and put Control V. Okay. Now you can see that this orange type part, see, it represents the bachelor's degree. Let me make this in a little bit bigger so you can see what I mean. See, the orange part is for bachelor. So bachelor's degree is the most popular, followed by this one here, which is blue. First, associate degree, believe. Sorry, this is the first professional, right? Then before associate, followed by first. Okay, this is first. This is the associate right here. This is the first professional. So 51% of them are bachelors, 24% are associate. Then about 2%, about 3% actually is the first professional. Then doctorate is the smallest, which is about 2%. So majority is belong to the degree, bachelor's degree. Now, if I may ask you a question, I would say, what angle does bachelor's degree represent? Now, you know, in a circle, you have angle, 360, total angle of a circle is 360 degrees. So if you're asked what angle, all you need to do is to multiply the percentage, 51%, 51, which is 0.51, 0.51 times, make it big, make it 20, times, how many of them, here is, this sector is 51, so multiply by 360, which is the angle sum of a circle, 360 degrees, and that gives you, I can get the calculator. We need the calculator here, or I can just use Excel to calculate it. But I do have calculator, so I do have it decimals, so you can use decimals for this. So I got 51 times 360 for the decimals. 51 times 360. 51 times 360. Give me actually 0.51 because it's 51 degrees. 0.51, 0.51. Give me 183.6 degrees. 183.6. 183.6 degrees. 183.6 degrees. See? Now, any question on this? Any question? Okay. All right. Okay. Let's look at the next assignment. I'm sorry, the next thing they want us to do, the histogram. Sorry, the bar graph, bar chart, where the bars are separate. Like I said, we use it mainly for categorical data. Where you have the name and the frequency. Like here, you see the height of dogs are shown in the table below. Construct a bar chart to represent this data, then explain our results. So again, the first thing is to put this data set into Excel, copy it and paste it in Excel. Go to Excel and paste it. So right here, I can open a new Excel workbook and put it there. So breed and height of the dogs, breed of dog we have, and then the height in centimeters, I believe. So I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. Let me just adjust this a little bit. Adjust this a little bit. Adjust this a little bit. Oh, excuse me. Adjust it a little bit. Okay, that's better. Then this one, I'm going to make them make everything to be 16, so they'll be uniform. 16 should be good enough. Oh, okay, in that case, make it 18 there. So height in centimeters. You can just highlight this, insert, make sure you're seeing this. Yep. Highlight this, all of them, highlight from here, and click insert. And then the recommended chart right here. Bar chart, this one is the bar chart, that's the one right here, and click OK. And that is the bar chart. Click the axis titles. Breed. Breed of dog. And this is the height in centimeters. Okay. And this, remember, this question is about the breed of dogs. So the height of the breed of dog in centimeters. So height of breed of dog. You can call it heights. Click 3 times. Heights of breeds of dogs in centimeters, cm, and cm. Okay. That is here. Yeah, you don't need to adjust the side because remember this is bar chart. So you click on the edge, Control C. You go to your workbook. So the Word document. That's where you want to put it. If you are required to put it out there, I can just put it there. Solution. You have to put right solution. Okay. That's it right here. So it's to interpret the result. Interpreting it means that you can see from this that the tallest of them is fox terrier. Okay, I can write it down here. Solution. Interpretation. So according to the bar graph, let me make it to be ready solution to be 18 as well. Okay. Then make this one to be 18 as well. Okay. So according to according to bar chart, the tallest breed is fox terrier. The tallest breed of dog, can see from the bar chart, it's fox terrier. Fox terrier. And the shortest breed, okay, is Chihuahua. I can see right here. That's the shortest. Chihuahua. So I hope I pronounce it the right way. Yeah, that's the shortest breed. Wow, that's good. Any questions on this? Hello, guys. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Excellent. So no questions then. Okay. Next thing we are going to do is line graph. Actually, yes, this way. Like this should be, yeah, but back this one should be, you can use this to practice at home. Like this one, he was asking for he said the minimum cost to purchase a franchise for selected companies are listed here. Construct a bar chart. So this one is a bar chart. You can, that's the one I just did. You can use it to practice at home. Now let us look at the Pareto chart. In a Pareto chart, like I said, a Pareto chart, here you have the data set. I have to put them in order of magnitude from the smallest to the largest. Okay, then you can now control the graph. So I can just put this in Excel the way it is, copy this, and then go to Excel and go down here and put them, Control V. And then you can just highlight from here, potato chip, and then click on Insert, recommended charts. See, it's already arranged in order. So that's all here. Okay, it will give you the Pareto chart. And the question, remember, the question is about what they asked from that question was the table would show the number of pounds of each snack food eaten during Super Bowl. And incidentally, yesterday, last night was Super Bowl. Anyway, so construct a Pareto chart to represent this data and explain our result. So we have our Pareto chart here. Then put here as these titles, snack eating, type of snack, of snack. Okay. Then pounds, amount consumed in millions of pounds. Then title will be snacks bought or sold or bought, okay? Because sold during Super Bowl. Okay? So it's not so it's the potato. You can see that the most popular is potato chips. So grocery stores make more money. About 20%, 80% of their revenue comes from when it comes to snacks, I mean, potato chips and tortilla chips. So I can just copy this. So the most popular snack during Super Bowl is the potato chips. We have a solution here. Then paste it right there. And see right here. So I'm gonna expand it so you can see it very clearly. So you can see that is the potato chips. That is the king of snacks during the Super Bowl, followed by tortilla. The least bought is the snack nuts. I don't even know what that one is. Anyway, I think you get the point. Now, next one is time series graph. It's time series graphs. Time series graph, we use to present information, data that are indexed by time. So mainly for data set that occur over a specific period of time. So and it is the name explains everything what it is about. So easy to determine how data is trending over time and if the data points are random or exhibit any pattern. Now let's look at exact question here. Look at this question. It says oh, excuse me, I cleaned it by mistake. The table below, right? This table shows the number of cellular telephone subscribers in millions for the years 1998 to 2008. And the question says, construct a time series chart for the number of cellular subscribers using this data set. Okay, all you need to do is just to copy this. Basically, it's asking to draw a line graph for this. Time series graph. So just copy it, Control C, go to Excel, and then paste it right here. You can type year here. After year, what we have is the number of subscribers, I believe. Yep, subscribers in millions, in millions. Subscribers in millions. Okay. Subscribers. Okay. I like this. Make it bold. And then make it 16. And then move this. Okay. Now you can now highlight the whole thing and insert your time series graph. Highlight this. Insert. So time series graph is gonna be from here. Choose this one and see the graph right there. Either way. And put the as titles. Put the year right here. Okay. Okay. Number of subscribers. Number of subscribers in millions of dollars. Then triple subscribers by year. Okay, 7 subscribers. Subscribers by year. Okay, of course, in millions. So that gives you what you need. So I'm gonna copy from here, Control C, and paste it in our Word document right here. I call it solution. I can make it big. Make it big. And then I can see that from here. As a matter of fact, let me expand it more. From here, you can see the year since 1998 they have been going up. The subscribers of cell phone, which is good things for cell phone companies. There's demand for their product. So the graph show that the number of subscribers have been increasing since 1998 with a greater increases recently. Now, in some situations, you might be asked to plot multiple lines in a graph. In that case, what do you do? So I'll use this example here on the screen to show you how to do that. Says the graph, the table below shows the monthly performance of US market indexes for the period of 2025 to 2020. This I'm going to say market index, talking about the S&P in and then Dow Jones Industrial Average, and then Nasdaq. S&P tracks the largest 500 corporation in US. Dow Jones tracked those in the manufacturing industry. And Nasdaq is for tech companies mainly. Yeah, tech companies. Yeah. So it says present this information using a line graph and interpret your results. So these are the performance of all these market indices. So again, first is to copy this and then paste it in Excel. So I'm going to go to Excel and paste this. So I'm going to open a new sheet. I'm going to put a new sheet. I'm going to add a new, okay? Put here and then Control V. Okay, this is the month. So this is the month. Yes, month. Okay, and this is the S&P 500. I mean Standard & Poor's 500. S&P 500 index. Dow Jones Industrial Average. Dow 30, that's what I use. Then we have 30 largest industrial corporations in America. Then we have the NASDAQ for tech companies like Facebook, Amazon. They track those ones. NASDAQ. Correct. So let me make this sense to be 16. So I can expand this. Okay, I can expand this. I can expand this one. Expand that one. Then make them to be uniform. Okay, good. I'm gonna this part, I'm gonna make them bold so that you can know what I'm talking about. Okay, good. So you have to graph this, three of them, three lines in one graph. So how do we do that? So the main thing is to first of all, click on insert. You have your data set typed in, make sure everything is accurate. Then click on insert. Go to for line graph, choose the first one to give you a blank space. Okay, now right click on the blank space. Click on select data. Then start adding. For the legend. Legends mean the names, all these names. Month, S&P 500, do 30, and So let's add the legend, first legend, which is S&P 500. So I'm gonna type S and P 500. Okay, for the data set on that legend, just click on this, and then it's from these numbers right here. Okay. Now for the horizontal axis, I'm gonna use the month. Okay. So I'm gonna copy all this. Okay. Then let's add the next legend, which is the Dow 30, right? Dow Jones Industrial. 30 largest industrial corporation in US. It tracks to so I'm gonna put this Dow Jones. Okay. And next one is the NASDAQ. NASDAQ. Okay, I'm gonna on this and here. Okay. And then click the final OK. You can see the graph right here, and I'm gonna put the axis titles. Oops, excuse me. Okay, this is the axis titles. Put it right there. This is month. Okay. Okay, month. Okay, month. Then performance. Performance. Okay. This is for performance of monthly performance of US stock indexes. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna call it US stock index. Stock indices. Indexes. Their monthly performance. Monthly performance. For the performance, I'm gonna call it the price, the value in dollars. Value. Yeah. Value in dollars. Okay. Millions of dollars. Okay. Now let's see. Now, one thing we need to put is the legend. Legend. Okay. So you can see that you can see he didn't put the month. Let me see why he didn't put the month. Okay. Okay, let's see. Now this is NASDAQ, this is it. Okay. Yep. Let's see. Yep, I see. You can when you look at this. You have to. Let me. I think there's something we missed. Why you didn't put the month in as October, November, December? Let me see. Uh, Select data. Let me see. Oh, yeah, of course, it's right here. All right. And maybe because it's very short. Need to see the month here. Okay. Let's see if we can put the month again on that side. Let me see. They give me a feel. Anyway, this can give us an idea of what we're talking about because I think because the way it wrote it, it should be yeah October. He didn't give us the line for the October, but let me see if we can come at it from here. But at least you get the point. You can Control C. You go to this spot here and then put it in several months. Several months. Then let us edit this. Adjust. Okay. Now. You can see that the Dow Jones was doing much better than the rest of them, followed by Nasdaq. Nasdaq was basically flat during that period of while S&P is the lowest. Yeah. Now let me see why he didn't want to give us the month here. I'm gonna make sure I have everything in. Suppose I go over here and then um do it again. Let me see why he doesn't want to give me the month. Oh, and this time I see it gave me the month now. See right here. So I can now it gave me the month, give me the legend, and then let me put the titles now. It's just a small glitch. Computer sometimes they act crazy. What I call month. Okay, then value value in dollars. Okay, then I can call it the performance of U.S. equity indexes. Yep, I can call it that. Then I can just click on the edge, Control C. This one is better than the one we had before. Control C. You can see right here. I'm gonna delete this one. And then Control V right there. This one is better. Give us every information we need to know about these indices. Okay, you can see that again, like before. See, this one is for S&P Blue. It's basically flat during that time from October 25, 2025 to current month. Dow Jones is went all the way up. Then Nasdaq is just flat, almost like as not that yes, Nasdaq they flat, but it's still higher than S&P 500. Now that's how to construct multiple lines in one graph. Now let us round up with this shape of distribution. Before I do that, does anybody have question in what I have constructed so far? Any question? Okay, no question. Good. Now let us round up with this shape of distribution. Now, distributions are some distributions have what we called peaks. I call them modes, as a matter of fact. Okay, let me expand it to make sure only on 16. Okay, good. So I said that some distributions have peaks that I call or humps that we call mode. For example, if you look at this one, the volume of sales in a restaurant, that usually in the morning is slow a little bit. But I know some restaurants don't even open in the morning. Like most small restaurants don't open in the morning. Like Chinese restaurants, they don't open in the morning. many many buffet. It's only all this uh, uh, fast food that I see open in the morning, like McDonald's, and but most of them don't open in the afternoon. Yeah, especially the small one that's served in the neighborhood. So in the morning, it's generally slow. So there are some that open in the morning. There are some small one that open in the morning, but they serve only breakfast. So generally, it might be slow. You can see this one, you have only one hump, and that occur at around 1 p.m. That hump is what I would call modes. Okay, mode is that you can see the hump right here. I can give it right there. You can see right there. Right here. So this one have only one hump, only one hump. That's the tallest bar there. So it is called a unimodal distribution. I've given you an example already. People that come to the restaurant in the morning hour is small, but in the afternoon, people now go for lunch. So demand is high, sales is high in the afternoon. So sell volume at the restaurant during lunchtime or seasonal sales during Christmas. In December time, sales slow down. Then when it gets close to Christmas, you see many stores like Walmart doing 50% sale, 30% off. So sales goes up. Yeah. Now, but some distribution have two humps. Like here you can see the two humps here, one and two. So because there are two of them, we call them bimodal distribution. Good example can be seasonal sales at Walmart during 4th of July and during Christmas. And try that. Then some have multiple humps, like the stock market can go up, down, up, down, up, So for that, we call them multimodal distribution. I've given you an example of stock market. How about our blood sugar? When you eat food, breakfast, blood sugar goes up. Then you be active, it goes down again. When you eat lunch, it goes up again. Then when you eat dinner, it goes up. Now, there are some people that their own fluctuates, like people who have diabetic, it keep going up. When you take medication, it goes down and on. So we call it multimodal distributions. Now, some distribution have what we called no hump at all. All the heights of the bars are the same. They are the same in height. For example, if I have a survey, I say anybody who participates in that survey will receive a $25 gift card. If I plot, let's say that 10 people participated, and each of them get $25 gift card. So when I plot the graph, you can see right here, $25 gift card. So you do the same height. We call it uniform distribution. Now, there are some situations, some variation to all this, which will bring us to skewness and skewness and symmetry. Skewness and symmetry. Okay. So let us go back to that, please. Skewness and symmetry. Now, many distribution follow a distribution are not like our body. If we cut our body halfway, what you have in the left side is some of what you have in the right side. We say that it's symmetric. Now, let me use an example, real life situation. Let's say teachers in Maryland. Most teachers in Maryland make between $55,000 a year to $80,000 a year, or 85. That is the range for Maryland. So majority. So if you plot the salary of all the teachers in Maryland, it will give you a histogram like this, and that is give you what they call the bear curve like this. So you say that it's symmetric. And I call it symmetric distribution. Yep, that's what we call it, symmetric distribution, or the normal distribution, normal curve. Now, in some cases, there might be a part of the distribution may stretch further. Like now, if you look at this one, unlike the first one we have, where you can literally have, if you draw a line here, you can literally fold this into the other side. But this one, you can see that this side stretched more. Let me show you what I mean by that. You look at this side, you can see from here, it's stretched more on this side than this side is a drop. Like that is it just dropped, basically dropped. So because it's stretched more on the right side, we say that it is right skewed. It's skewed to the right. Good example. And this is how you draw it. Income is right skewed. You see that those who are not rich will be on the left more of this area. The rich will be, how many billionaires do we have in America? Countable. But how many people are low income? Multitude. That give you, uh, right skew distribution. Now we also have left skew. You can see this is skew to the left side. It's a drop. For example, if I give an exam that is very easy, you see more people scoring 100 on this side, than on the left side. Left people giving it. That's a good example. Now we can also have outliers, numbers or data sets that are standing out from the crowd. For example, if you look at this one, there's a North Avenue for it. If you go to North Avenue in Baltimore City, North Avenue is mainly low income people, low income. From what I've observed from research and from being there, a lot of people there are in the low income category. Not some are really, some of them depend, many of them depend on food stamp and government handout. But there are some people there who own houses too, who are their income is high too, but maybe $100,000 a year or less, that kind of thing. Or except those that own businesses there. And funny thing, some people that own businesses in North Avenue does not live in North Avenue really. It's just there, where they have their businesses. So if you go to North Avenue and see a millionaire living in North Avenue, that guy or that woman will be an outlier. So outliers stand out from the crowd. You can see it from the gap here. See, this gap shows that this is an outlier. And we can have it on both ways. Outlier here. I'll give you another example. Human beings, we all have, all of us have blood sugar. People don't even monitor their blood sugar until they started having problem. But before that, blood sugar, normal. When you eat, it goes up. You are active, it normalize your body secretes hormone to normalize it. But people with diabetics, their hormone, their body doesn't produce that hormone anymore. So if it goes up, it goes high, very high. They might even go into coma. So if you check that their blood sugar is an outlier from the norm. So so with this we complete chapter 2 of this class. Any question before we leave? Any query? So no question. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So now you can now begin your classwork. Like I say, classwork you want is the stem and leaf plot. I did not cover it here because I wanted to do it. Watch the video, follow the direction, and complete it. That's why I didn't discuss it here. So now you can begin your classwork, and if you like, you can start your homework 2. If you like, you can begin your homework 2, which is this one, data presentation. And I will see you in my next class. Okay? Hopefully by that time, we'll be in the campus. Next week, we'll be in the campus if the weather permits. Okay? So any question before we leave? Guys, can you hear me? Any query?
No.
All right, guys. So I see you probably next class. Otherwise, I think it will be in the campus. So I see you then. Have a nice evening.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I emailed you explaining that my piercing is not working.
What's that
And
again?
Nevaeh Martin.
I can't hear you very well. Say it again.
Nevaeh Martin.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, ma'am.
I emailed you about Pearson not working.
So you do follow is this your first Pearson account?
Yes, this is my first Pearson account, but I contacted Pearson support and they basically said that I have to give them 2 to 3 business days.
You have to do what again?
Give them 2 to 3 business days.
Hmm. Anyway, hold on. Let me see. Let me explain. Let me show you something there. Maybe you can try it, see if it works, because that's what I told everybody. Yeah. Can you see the screen?
Yes, I can see the screen.
Just go here. You see my where my cursor is? Course material 1.3.
Yeah. No,
You click
I
on
know how to go to it and I know how to like log in and stuff, but it's logging in into somebody's else that I used to go
somebody
to high
somebody
school with.
else.
Yeah, so I have to go through Pearson support to figure out what's wrong with it.
Hmm. Anyway, okay. Now, for
I
now,
can send you like a screenshot or I can forward you the emails that I've been emailing between me and them.
how about now? Do you have access now? Hello?
I don't have access to a computer as of right now, but I'll have access to a computer around like 8 o'clock.
No, 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 no. What I'm saying is, now, do you have access to Pearson now?
No, I don't have no access to Pearson.
Okay. Now, okay, this one. Okay, when you do this, when you did this what I'm about to show you, you said that when you did it, it put you in somebody's account.
Yes, they put me in somebody else's account.
That in that case, it will be the Pearson tech support that will can help you to resolve that.
Yes, I did. Then they told me to give them 2 to 3 business days. So I'm just letting you know
Oh,
because I have
business
a
two, two,
zero.
two business days.
Yeah, because
Oh,
I have a zero for the assignments that I missed, but I didn't miss them because I can't log into my own account.
yeah. When you fix the problem, let me know so I can open it for you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh, sure, you're welcome. It's not your fault. This one is not your, this one is technical problem. So that's what happened.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So I see you. Hopefully see you guys in the class next week. Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. I could not see. Okay, right here.